Well, hello there. Yeah, I know, Mama. That's a nice little boy. Uh-huh. Moo. Well, good afternoon. It's been a few days since my last video. Not that much has gone on. We're up to 10 calves, 10 live babies on the ground. So it's been fairly slow calving wise. I'm really hoping it'll pick up this week. I might as well film a little bit of what I have to fix here on this wagon. I had this bottom bearing on the unloading conveyor fail spectacularly, and since this is all such rusted out metal, it's fairly thin, it actually broke out where the bolts were. That all came out, so I got new bearings, and then I'm gonna make a plate. I'm gonna make a plate basically that the bearing holder will then bolt onto, and then I weld the plate on, and then we'll get this fixed up, and then we can put the motor and gear chain all back on. So get that out of the dude. So I'm gonna go and make that plate now. So this is the steel I'm going to use as a plate. It should be thick enough to be strong. It doesn't need to be too heavy. So I drilled one in the middle because I'll just use the cutting torch, make a bigger circle for the shaft to go through. And then these 3 holes, drill them 5/16, I'll tap them to 3/8. And then, like I say, then this bearing holder will just bolt right to this. And then this guy will be welded onto the wagon, and then that gives me new material, makes it stronger. So yeah, we'll tap those holes now. Those 3 holes are tapped. And my drilling was perfect. Doesn't usually happen. Frickin' right. Alright, drill that center out, and then I gotta figure out how much to cut and where. I'll have to probably start the tractor and bring it over here, because I need to be able to weld it anyway here. So okay, so now I got that, the rest of that bearing off of there, if the camera would focus. And then this is my little plate. Center hole, not perfect, who cares? Taps are good. I cut it off a bit. Let's see how it lines up in here. Oof, that's still a little warm. I might have to cut this ear off a little bit. Let's see. We're close. We're close, but that's hot, and I need 2 hands. There. Decent enough welds. It'll work. Metal it's welded to isn't exactly that strong, but I think we're ready for the bearing. That's going to be way stronger. That bearing is bolted to, and then just the shaft just gets really centered to the hole or whatever, to the bearing. And I think I lined it up pretty good. That once the bearing's on and it's centered, that'll be where it needs to be, and then we can put it all back together, go feed cows. Alright, so gotta take this bearing holder to see if I gotta clean it out a little bit. Doesn't look that bad on the inside. Grab our new bearing. Locking collar, put on after. We gotta make sure we get this the right direction. and try and line up that grease hole, the grease nipple as close as we can, otherwise it just never works. So again, I need 2 hands for this. And there we go, there's the bearing bolted back on. I'm actually quite proud of that. How everything I tapped and drilled that all lined up perfectly. He's welded on decently. Hey, that's back together. Chain is awfully tight, but I got it together. And we are like, oh, dropped my phone. Where is it? Right there. That gear's awfully close to that mount. I don't think I had made it that close. I think, well, when the bearing failed, it came close and it was scratching there. I don't know, maybe I didn't push it as far back as I should have. But hopefully that's going to work for the rest of the year. So I'm thinking this summer, what I should do is take the motor off of being mounted here, mount it on the axle, and then just drive it, or well, it's not axle, frame rail. Then I can build a better bracket that has a chain tensioner on it. I think that would be the way to go. But hopefully this is going to work for now.